Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I am your host, Data T, and this is my channel, The Good Guys. Today's story comes out of Nashville, Tennessee, and in the title reads, They Could Have Killed Me. Nashville woman warning others after carjacking leads to shootout with teens. Oh boy, oh boy. Guys, before we get into this, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, leaving a comment, subscribe, and hit me on Twitter if you can. Let's get into this story.
Please don't let him shoot me, but I'm still walking back.
Heading into work 4 o'clock Monday morning, Quenisha Wiggins says she noticed someone was following her. Then she saw the same car again at her job in Old Hickory.
I see a little bit, somebody come around in a ski mask, like creeping around the car. And when he came up, he had a gun and he pointed to my face. So I went into survival mode. I was just calm. I mean, I literally put my hands up.
When she got a good look, the ages of the suspects took her off guard.
These are juveniles. These are kids that's robbing me, literally.
The teens took off in her Dodge Journey. Hours later, Quenisha got an alert. Her credit card that was left in her stolen car was used at a gas station, then again on the other side of town. Driving around, she then noticed her own car driving behind her.
And I said, babe, that's the car. So I immediately called the police, 911.
Following them, she said what happened next was another shot.
Now, before we get into this, I want everybody to kind of understand this. If you're watching this channel, if you are subscribed, if you leave a like, we have covered that the juveniles, the teenagers, have been going crazy since forever, but we saw it more prevalent 2020, now 2021, now 2022, 2023. That's the year we are in currently, of course. So you should not be surprised that these are teenagers. I understand when you are working a full-time job, when you are working 2 full-time jobs, okay, you don't pay attention to too much. You're not an avid reader or listening to the news. But guys, when it comes to your safety, you shouldn't be surprised at this. You shouldn't. You should have enough situational awareness that hey, I could be at any point, at any time, I may have to use my firearm. So you have to be ready. This woman was not ready. She got carjacked. They took her car. Now she's called the police because she's found it. What happens now? Let's hear what she says.
Shock.
They literally shooting. The passenger is shooting at us.
Quenisha says that's when she fired a gun back at the fleeing suspects before the teens crashed the stolen SUV head-on into a car on Kings Lane.
If you're a teenager at 4 o'clock in the morning, you should be getting ready for high school or school, not out jacking people for their cars.
Tonight, 2 juveniles, 14 and 15 years old, charged with aggravated robbery after police found them hiding nearby. Now Quenisha thinks back to what could have happened.
Just think if I did have my gun and I would have shot and they shot me and we going back and forth at my job and they could have killed me or I could have killed somebody because somebody kids out jacking people.
My Owens, News 2.
Guys, I can understand her pain and I understand exactly what she's talking about. You know, the first thing is this. When she found the car and when they saw her, they started to shoot. She is well within her right to fire back. Absolutely. And she did. Thank goodness. But then what happened is the collateral damage. And this is something that everybody has to think about it. Okay? Because as soon as she shot back, those kids ran into another car and have now injured somebody else in their livelihood. this can happen. A cascading effect. But it is not an effect that she caused. It was them. They are the ones. And she, for the second point, was worried, if it had gone down a different way and she would have used her gun, she could have shot somebody else, or they could have shot somebody else. And she was worried about if somebody else's kids got involved. What if their kids got shot by a stray bullet? These are all things I understand. I really do. Okay? But we as good and law-abiding citizens, we worry about those consequences. But these mother flowers, they don't worry about that at all. They could care less. So what do we do with those individuals? We have to be able to put a stop to them. We have to. We just can't let them run amok. So this is why you have your firearm. This is why you have your gun. And she was able to put shots down. Who knows if she hits them against these teenagers. 15 years old. What are you doing, Jack, in a car? She's right. But sorry, if that was me, if that was you, all that watch here, you would understand. Hey, this is the sign of the times. This is what's happening now. Children are jacking your cars. And they could be girls, they could be boys, or whatever you want to call yourself now. Okay? That will happen. And it sucks. But let me ask you, would you rather be defenseless? This is a question that everybody must ask, and it's a personal question. But me, I don't want to be defenseless. I don't want to be defenseless. I will not accept that. I will not. And this lady, whether she believes it or not for herself, she is a good guy. I understand those tears. I really do. I sympathize with her. She is the good guy. She is in this story. Okay? And if good guys do nothing, if good men and women don't have guns and they do nothing, there will be no good guys.